So, hello everyone. I welcome you all to our flagship initiative, the Hindu newspaper analysis, right? And we are doing it on a daily basis. So, let's begin for today. And this is Friday, May 27, 2022, the Hindu daily edition. And we'll be first, as usual, identifying the most important news, followed by a detailed discussion. So, without wasting any time, we directly go for identification, right? So, India will support democracy, stability in Sri Lanka, says PM. Okay, we'll do it very briefly. Mathura temple mosque roof fresh suit admitted not required. Let that matter be out of judiciary, then we'll see what we can do for our examination. CBI conduct no. Okay, not required. SC set aside. SC orders staying Sahara Road not required. Learning loss will dent India's GDP. Yes, this is important. On this page, let's see if we can find anything. No. On page 3, maybe not. No. On page 4, no. Okay, again no. And then we have Milange, no. States on states thing. Okay, there is nothing I think here. Okay, no. Okay, we'll do this. Where tortoise conservation is devotion. Gyanvapi, no, and the principle of non-retrogression. Community of continuity of this doctrine for progressive realization of right. Okay, fine, not required. What is this? Security in friendship. The Quad can help reshape economic alliances. Can help, again, this is idea based. Okay, economic alliances and regional security targets. Oh, we'll see it very briefly. Citing the finishing line in measure rubella elimination. We will do it. Reimagining Australia. Okay, not required. Okay, here we don't have anything. Text and context page. Naughty supply chain depend global chip shortage. Obviously, we'll do the gist first. I think that would be enough. If not, we'll go inside. Green hydrogen fuel of the future. Obviously, we'll do the gist first. And what are the advantages? And is there anything? We'll see this also. Because a question, I'm expecting some questions regarding this in the examination, the larger picture of renewable energy. Okay, and if we see here, okay, there is nothing here. Okay, on news page again. Now this is important. App-based attendance hits rural worker. More deaths from respiratory causes. SC wants full respect for sex worker. Okay. On business page, let's see if we have anything. I don't see. And on sports page, no, nothing is there. Okay, fine. So I think with this, yes, with this we have come to end of identification of most important news. Now let us jump directly to analyze the same. Okay. India will support democracy, stability in Sri Lanka, says our Prime Minister. Okay, Modi says government is undertaking program to assist Tamil in the island nation. Fine. Prime Minister Modi on Thursday said that India will continue to stand with people of Sri Lanka and support democracy, stability and economic recovery in the neighboring country. Okay, three things we are going to support. The first thing is we will support democracy, no autocracy. Second, stability of the nation and economic recovery. Noting that Sri Lanka was passing through a difficult time, okay, Mr. Modi said, as a close friend and neighbor, India is providing all possible support to Sri Lanka. This includes financial support, fuel, food, medicine and other essential items. Okay. While he did not react to Mr. Stalin's statement that this was the right time to okay, fine. Retrieve Kachathivu. Okay, Kachathivu Island. An island given by India to Sri Lanka decades ago. Mr. Modi said many Indian organizations and individuals sent assistance to Sri Lanka. Fine. And there was one more news on this page. I think it was here. Yes, learning loss will dent India's GDP. Okay, so due to COVID, there has been a great depression in learning, right? The learning has been lost, and this loss will lead to denting of India's GDP. 3.2% dip likely due to COVID long school closure. Okay, India was among the countries with the longest school closure. We see highest decline in South Asia due to learning losses. For young, new working paper published by ADB. Okay, starting with the 10.5 billion dent in 2023, country's economy would take nearly 99 billion hit by 2030, translating into a 3.19% reduction in GDP from the baseline growth trend. Okay, so there is also a potential economic impact of school closure, right? 10% global GDP decline and all those things are there. Okay, now is a significant population, school children, poor, rural economy, poor and certain work on. Okay, these things are general things. Okay, so when you will be writing on educational questions and especially regarding education challenges of pandemic, then you have to give this point: educational loss, okay, and secondly economic loss, and you have to place this data at 3.2% dip as per ADB. Okay, this is the thing. Now let's move further to find out if we have anything. And there was nothing on these pages, I knew. We have already seen that, right? And now we are here. Okay, where tortoise conservation is devotion. 400 tortoise are in pond of Bhagavati temple in Kasaragod. Okay, Kasaragod is a place in Kerala. Worldwide tortoise is recently observed and all those things are there. Okay, disappearing habitat is a problem. A temple in Karnataka, Kasaragod, has been protecting and conserving various tortoise species for several centuries. Devotee of Thurot Adukkat Bhagavati temple at believe that offering rice to tortoise will redeem of their sins and cure their skin related ailment. The tortoise are protected and conserved in the naturally formed pond separate over 2 acres of temple. The pond is about 100 meters from the temple and has a structure. Okay, mandapam. It has a mandapam in middle for feeding the tortoise. A bridge connects the temple to the mandapam and there are steps into the pond. This is sculpture of Kumar Kurmavarta, considered as second of the Kurmavatar, considered as second of the 10 avatars of Lord Mahavishnu on mandapam. We have no count, but there will be more than 400 tortoises. There are many different species. Some of them are endangered. Temple is several century old and is believed to be the custom of offering prayers to tortoise as old temple. Okay, emerge from depth of the pool and eat the rice offering kept at the step. Okay, tortoise are an attraction not only for devotees but also for researchers and observers, okay, who came to study various species. Here considered sacred, the temple authorizes the local people to act as guardian of the tortoise, and some of which are believed to be over 100 years old. Fine. So this is the case. You can use this as a case study for community-based conservation practices. Okay, case study for community-based conservation practices. As usual, we'll do the editorial, op-ed and text and context pages at last. First we'll do the most important news, right? And on this page there was nothing. I think on this page also there was nothing. On the yes, here we had 3 news, I think. Yes. App-based attendance hits rural worker. Okay, app-based attendance. Okay, application-based attendance has been made mandatory for MG Narega from May 16. With many having phone, women are the worst hit. Okay, we know that with respect to phone, especially smartphone, what had happened? There is a male-female gap. Okay, male has more access than female, and since the attendance is app-based, therefore women are mostly hit through this. Okay, Union government has made capturing and attendance through its app. Okay, national monitoring system compulsory at work site where 20 or more workers are employed under MG Narega. The act came despite many problems, including patchy internet connectivity in rural areas and little or no technical support. Stated that exercise as a pilot basis. Okay, but it has been made mandatory now. Fine. The ministry directive claims that app which requires 2 times stamped and geotagged photographs of the workers of the day encourage transparency. Yes, it will, and it is citizen oversight. But the problem is the availability and accessibility, right? India is still a middle income country, lower middle income country. Women employees, especially the supervisors or workmates, have faced the biggest setback. Okay, women drop out. Adverse to giving phones to women, especially smartphones. Hence, many women have to drop out. Fine. So social challenges are also there. We had mobile close to 15,000. Okay. Do not have phones and they have to depend on their husband or other men of their family. So essentially, we are on the reverse here. Okay. Under can do time bound or task bound work. Okay, fine. Okay. Technical glitches are there. There are other pitfalls that remain, primarily relating to technical glitches and minimal technical support. The app certainly brings transparency and that is appreciated. However, the speed of application and strength of the server creates trouble. So what is the other problem? The speed of application and the strength of the server creates trouble. Fine. Okay. Fine. Okay. Minimum technical support. Fine. So these are the problems. So MG Narega problem. Okay. So it has deep structures. Okay. And where it has social structure restricts smartphones availability to women. Okay. More death from respiratory causes. 1.6 lakh COVID deaths in 2020. Okay. First year of COVID lockdown saw highest incidence of death. Okay, as many as 1.81 lakh deaths were due to respiratory diseases such as pneumonia, asthma and bronchitis. Okay. Deaths reported under code for special purpose and all those things are there. Total number of deaths from all causes was 81.2 lakhs, out of which about 1.5 lakhs, 1.81 lakhs are from respiratory diseases, right? Certified. Okay, fine. Just know this, that other silent killers, okay, they can be communicable diseases and non-communicable. Communicable diseases like your pneumonia, right, etc. And NCD, blood pressure, sugar, etc. Right. So these things are there. And there was one more. Okay. SC wants full respect for sex worker. Yesterday I was seeing, I noticed in some of the news analysis videos and some other articles on the internet that it is saying that SC has allowed sex work in India. No. Prostitution is still illegal in India. Okay, you cannot open a brothel. The thing is that what has SC said, Supreme Court has said that even though sex workers are often stigmatized in the society, they are looked down with disregarding viewpoints, right? Disregarding or disrespecting viewpoint. Therefore, they should be respected for whatever they do. At least they have the right to human dignity. Therefore, they must be respected, and that is what SC has iterated. And second thing that Supreme Court has iterated is that consensual / consent-based sex is legal. Okay. Now, look, consent can be even the sex workers are also human, so they also have consent thing, right? So if they have, and plus adult consent where adult is important here. Okay, adult sex is legal. Okay. So if both the involved person have their consent, then that sex is legal. There is no problem in that, and police should look at that legally, right? Okay. So there is nothing much in that. There is a havoc created on wrong news. As usual, you will find a lot of wrong news in the public domain. It is not desirable, but what to do? People find it interesting enough to do those things. Okay. So with this, we have come to end of analysis of the most important news, and now let us go and analyze the editorial first. Okay. So we have to do two editorials. Okay, security in friendship. Obviously it is related to Quad, right? So the Quad can help reshape economic alliances and regional security architecture. Fine. Okay. Between Russian invasion of Ukraine has destabilized around sovereignty of the community. Okay, fine. Fueling inflationary pressures are there. Okay, fueling inflationary pressures, Russia-Ukraine problem, disrupting the global supply chain, lingering effects of COVID-19 pandemic, and your what we say inflation. Okay, the overall inflation is there. Okay, public health infrastructure in doldrums. Okay, so all the four important leaders, India, Japan, Australia, and USA met. Okay. Okay, from here we must read. The Quad leaders affirmed the dialogue's two core messages. First, they will continue to strongly oppose coercive, provocative, and unilateral action by Beijing that seeks to change the status quo and heighten the tension across the region, including through maneuvers such as militarization of disputed territories, the dangerous use of coast guard vessels and marine militia, and clandestine attempt to disrupt other nation. Offshore explore. Okay, to end this, military coordination between dialogue members and all those are happening. Malabar exercise is there. Okay. The second message is to deliver dialogue member resource in vaccine delivery, climate action, supply chain resilience, disaster response, cyber security, infrastructure, and economic cooperation. Okay. Fine. So we have this in this article. There is nothing in this article. It is just summarizing the events that have happened in last week. Okay. And Quad has been very vocal on two things. First, in criticizing maybe Russia would be more accurate to say. In criticizing China because it is trying to unilaterally change the status quo, right? And second is what I say. Second is making delivery and supply chain better for vaccine, climate change action, and all those things, right? Citing the finishing line in measles rubella elimination is our next editorial. Now there are special reasons why measles rubella elimination can be achieved together by July-August 2023. Okay, this is a good sign that there are reasons why we can get these two, measles and rubella, eliminated by, and that too together by the next year, July-August 2023 within. Okay, many would remember a school-based campaign of measles and rubella vaccine of children from 5 to 15 years conducted in all states in 2017. Success was good in few states, but not in others. School management, teachers, children themselves, and parents were not informed on basis of this new program, which was a deviation from the past. There was some unanswered question. Why was it put up to 15 years while universal immunization program covers only up to 5 years? Why administer the rubella vaccine that was not in UIP list in 2017? Why should children who have one dose of measles vaccine get another dose? Why are schools instead of healthcare centers used for vaccination? Hurdle of poor information. Okay, the government decided to eliminate the measles and rubella from India by 2020, having missed the earlier target of 2015. So in 2017, there was an urgency to accelerate the effort. The basic plan was to create a very high level of vaccination induced immunity against both diseases by inoculating MR vaccine to cover immunity gaps after one dose of measles vaccine. A second dose was necessary for epidemiological reasons. Rubella vaccine has to cover children up to 15 years. School registration and attendance are high in all states as a program, it was easy to seize the opportunity to vaccinate children in school. We knew that MR vaccine was safe in any serious adverse event following the vaccination or immunization, right? Hence the school-based vaccination program was very convenient for all. There was excellent reasons. These are excellent reasons, but due to lack of information given to the public, there was much anxiety and even antipathy towards in many places about the program in minds of parents and school authorities. Fine. So what is the gist of this article? That yes, this is correct. This is the hurdle of poor information or information gap between stakeholders. Okay, this is the first thing. Fine. The COVID-19 pandemic stole 2 years from the program, so MR elimination target was reset to 2023. Today we are at the threshold of a new gargantuan project. We shall begin the and explain the details for all concerned to be well informed. The basis. MR elimination is defined as zero transmission of measles and rubella virus. What is the definition? It is defined as zero transmission of measles and rubella virus evidenced by zero clinical disease sustained over 3 years. The two arm of interventions are vaccination and surveillance. Okay, so what are the two arm of interventions? These are surveillance and vaccination. First surveillance will come, vaccination will come, and then surveillance will come, right? Surveillance helps to identify places where either virus or still transmission is in still transmission, so vaccination can pinpoint it there to be stopped further. 2 doses of measles rubella vaccine covering at least 95% children below 5 years. The first dose between the 9 and 11 months, and second dose ideally in the second year of life should be suffice. The disease is basically fever plus a red rash on the skin. A fever rash combination has several causes and a throat of urine or blood sample are collected and tested in laboratory for identifying measles or rubella. District as a nerve center. Okay, district has often been seen as a nerve center or planning center or the basic fundamental center, right? The ideal population administrative unit for efficiently implementing all activities toward MR elimination is the district. The whole country reached the finish line when all 773 districts achieve success. Okay, so there are 773 districts. Remember this. The whole country will reach the finish line when there are all 773 districts achieve success. Clinical and laboratory surveillance and vaccinations have to be sustained, as either virus, especially measles virus, could be imported from outside. That should be immediately detected and interrupted. Every district has excellent infrastructure to manage UIP, okay, Universal Immunization Program. If the administration under the active leadership of district magistrate or district collector activates the task force mechanism overseeing the UIP, that is managed by the district immunization officer, the MR elimination target can be reached within 6 to 9 months from the start. Okay, under active leadership of, so it is accounting for active leadership of district magistrate, okay, or district collectors, okay. And if this is taken in a fast track manner with active leadership, then this is possible to be, the target is possible to be achieved. All the districts in a state can be galvanized by state government, and all the state can be supported by the immunization department division of the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Okay, so it is proposing a kind of framework or kind of a national integration framework. What will happen? Districts under DM plus immunization officer. So there are 773 such districts. Okay, so a district will come under, there will be a state infrastructure. This is district level, this is state level. Okay, so all the district of a state will get galvanized, fine, and so on, right? There would be states, 28 states and plus other union territories 6, and now this will be galvanized together as union, okay, at union level. So whatever step the district management need, it can take from state, and state can take it from union, and so a mechanism, a framework has been prepared. Okay, so a national, it is talking about a national framework with district as basic unit, right? Long-term impact. Why should measles be eliminated? In pre-vaccination era, when polio paralyzed about 1% of the children before age of 5, and measles actually killed 1% of the under 5 children. During measles outbreak, the case fatality was about 10 to 15%. Children who recovered would have lost weight as well as steady momentum of cognitive development and scholastic performance. Measles affect the immunization system, rendering child. Okay, so what does it say? Affect the immune system, rendering child vulnerable to other infectious diseases, leading to high mortality over next 2 to 3 years. Indeed, there has been much discussion among the experts whether measles should have been targeted first for global eradication instead of polio. Why should rubella be eliminated? Okay, rubella virus is a slower transmitter, and risk of rubella is extended from childhood through the adolescence into reproductive age range. Okay, so you see, measles is actually very fast transmitted, and the age gap is of affection is also low, but for rubella it is up to the reproductive age range, means it is up to 40-45 at least. Okay, in most individual rubella infections either without symptom or with short fever and a skin rash that is less pronounced than that of measles. Unfortunately, if a pregnant woman gets infected, the virus has tendency to cross placenta and damage the developing fetus, eye, brain, heart and other tissues. Affected babies are born with several birth defects such as cataracts, deafness, heart defects and developmental delays. This is congenital rubella syndrome. Why, when we use the term congenital, means it is passed from mother to baby, therefore baby born with such symptoms. Okay, fortunately CRS is preventable with vaccination if given prior to pregnancy. Okay, so in 2017 school-based vaccination campaign, 15-year was chosen to create immunity in girls for assured future protection, and involved to prevent community spread. Okay, you understand now? So for girls, if it is given in 15 years, so they are almost in their the puberty has hit them, and in coming maybe most of the population in coming 10 years will get married. Okay, still there are very less population that get married after 30. In India, about from 20 to say from 21 22 years, it is a 21 22 to 25 26, it is a time when most of the people get married, right? So it would, so giving the doses in 15 years would be best for the girl, because she will be mother in next 10 years, and hence the child will be protected, right? And it is given to boys so that community spread is stopped, right? Is checked and stopped. There are several reasons why MR elimination could be achieved together. Okay, what are the reasons? Special reasons why. The MR vaccine is combined product targeting two diseases in one shot. Fever and rash surveillance cover both diseases. Major elimination is of very high priority. Piggybacking rubella elimination is optimistic. You understand now? So it is saying that at least we should eliminate measles, and if we can do it for rubella, it is very opportune. And we have to, since the vaccine cover two things, so with this measles, we will get rid of rubella as well. So we are getting rid of two such diseases, right? We are in May 2020 with 19 months available to achieve the target. In spite of pandemic, the UIP maintained about 85% MR second dose covering age below 5 years. Thus, we are in takeoff position, okay, to reach finishing line by July-August 2023, still leaving for 4 to 5 months of buffer time to patch up any last-minute shortfalls and challenges. This project design is awaiting final approval by Government of India, using the cooperation of parents, healthcare professionals at all levels, opinion leaders, influencers, the media, non-governmental organizations such as Rotary and Lions, all can and must play a role in making district by district program a story of success. Okay, so this is also optimistic thing, and with that we have here all the stakeholders written at one place, so it can help you out, right? So we are done with this. It's a very enriching article. Why and how and what the 5 W's and 1 H about the whole MR eradication program, right? Now let's see. Naughty supply chains deepen global chip storage. It is naughty, means full of knots. Okay, let's see. During the pandemic, people switched to work from home, children connected to school through laptop. This shift led to a surge in demand for laptops and tablets. Obviously, with increase in demand, increased price. High consumer demand for low-end products, coupled with large order from tech firms, choked the chip market makers, whose factories were also closed during the lockdown. Okay, when the pandemic began, car makers stopped requesting chips from suppliers due to low demand for new vehicles. And now, as the ramp up the production to meet the consumer demand, chip makers are down on supply because they have cut deals with other industries. And not only this, let me value add here. Okay, what are the value adds? Russia-Ukraine crisis has led to falling global chip semiconductor products. Okay, why? Because Russia produces these things, and as well as Ukraine supplies the I think it's neon or xenon, right? One from both the gas, one of the noble gas for the production. So in both the cases, since they both are at crisis, therefore global chip supply has gone down. Chip and IC product supply has decreased. This has led to raw material shortage. Okay, shortage, and this is leading to what? This is leading to more inflationary trends in chip market. Fine. So this is one other value addition that you can do. So what had happened? So in this article, it is very simple to understand from here only. So look what had happened. Shift of demand followed by fall of demand followed by shift of supply to other industries, and this is followed by regain in demand. But all of it is constraint is what? Constraint is your raw material availability, and this is constrained more by, and what is that more? It is constrained more by what? By Russia-Ukraine crisis, and this is leading to unfulfillment of demand. Okay, example, give that car sector. Example, car reduced demand in pandemic, now increasing demand post pandemic, but raw material deviated to tablets, mobiles, computer, chip manufacturing. Okay, so this is the problem. A very good article to understand things. Okay, always remember you have to understand the gist of things, right? You don't have to know each and everything. Okay, green hydrogen fuel of the future. What is green hydrogen? Why is India attempting to pursue it, and how much it will be producing? Why it is coming? Because of WEF-DAVOS. India's in WEF-DAVOS agenda meeting, India has pitched that will be at the best in green hydrogen. Okay, what is green hydrogen? It is written or what? Yes, look, it is written. WEF-DAVOS, Switzerland, a few days ago. Hardeep Singh Puri, okay, Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas, said that India will emerge as a leader. Okay. What is green hydrogen? A color. Okay, green hydrogen is a hydrogen. Fine, you understand this, and it is produced through greener methods. This is what it is. Tasteless combustible substance. Hydrogen is the lightest and simplest most chemical element, but a color green prefix to it makes the hydrogen fuel of the future. The green depends upon how electricity is generated to obtain hydrogen, which does not emit greenhouse gas when burned. You understand? Look, what is the equation here? H2O. Okay, let me make it spark. It will give H2 plus O2. Okay, this is the equation. Now this spark will need electricity. Fine, and this electricity will be produced in some power plants. Now if this power plant is thermal, then the hydrogen produced is not greenhouse gas. If this power plant is renewable, means not produced from any kind of say carbon, or produced from carbon neutral technologies, right? Then it is green. Okay, hydrogen electricity produces by using renewable source of energy such as solar, wind, hydrogen. Hydrogen can be grey or blue. Grey hydrogen is generated through that coal one, fossil fuels, right? And currently accounts for 95%. Blue hydrogen is produced using electricity generated by fossil fuels, but technologies to prevent carbon release in the process of entering atmosphere. So we got to know three types of hydrogen. Look, these things only UPSC asking from you. The difference between green, blue, and grey hydrogen, right? Actually, it has been used for quite some times. But just know it. You don't have to be a master of things. You have to be a jack of all trades, right? This is what UPSC demands, and since it is a demand, then we will be fulfilling it, right? So let's see. So what is? There is one green hydrogen. The source is renewable. Okay, renewable energy. The other one is grey hydrogen. What is the source? Fossil fuel. Okay, and third is grey, and third is your blue hydrogen. What is here? Here also fossil fuel, but carbon. Okay, carbon escape to atmosphere. Okay, has been prevented. Fine. And why is India doing this? Obviously, under Paris Agreement, we have promised many things. 30 to 35% will be reducing greenhouse gas. So in that step only we are doing this. And how much we produce? Let's see some data. We are no. This is the promise 500 gigawatts for 2030. This is not required. Let's see the advantages first. The intermittent nature of renewable energy, especially wind, leads to great instability. Green hydrogen can be stored for a long period of time. The stored hydrogen can be used to produce electricity when using fuel cell. A fuel cell is a device that converts energy from chemical to electricity. Hydrogen gas reacts with hydrogen oxygen to produce electricity, actually produce heat. Okay, and this heat will then be converted to electricity, right? And water vapor. Hydrogen thus can act itself as an energy storage device and contribute to grid stability. The experts say that oxygen produced as byproduct, 8 kg of oxygen is produced for 1 kg of hydrogen, can also be monetized by using it for industrial and medical application for enriching the environment. The possibilities of hydrogen have made many countries pledge investment, with Portugal having unveiled a national hydrogen strategy. Okay, fine. So there are two advantages. One is the storage facilities, and second is monetization of oxygen byproduct. Fine. And now let's see. I think we are done now. Okay. Fine. So with this we end today's newspaper analysis. I hope you like it. But before going, as usual, I'll like you to remind that you please subscribe the channel. If you like the channel, give it a thumbs up. and if you like this work, give it a thumbs up and please share the work, right? And comment below. As usual, I'll give you reasons for this. Okay, if you subscribe and press the bell icon, you will be getting each and every notification on time, right? Okay, so notification on time, and plus this is a no nonsense channel. We do not put anything on this channel that is not remotely related to our examination. We do not analyze news that are irrelevant to the examination or has a very less probability of coming in the examination. You have to understand that we are giving our best, and it is your responsibility to help us out. You subscribe our channel, that would motivate us. You like our work, this is your choice, and I cannot force you to exercise it. This is your choice. If you like this work, you please press the like button. Okay, I'll try to draw it. I'm not very good at drawing, you know. It's something like this. Okay, leave it. Okay, so this is your choice, but I will anyway I'll urge you to please like the work. You share this work with all the people, because the more people understand these things, okay, the better it is for our country, okay, for India, right? And as Indians, we always want that India should move ahead of every other nation in this world and become the best, right? And you comment down, because this is your right, okay, and you must exercise this right. You tell us what is your opinion, plus tell us what more you need from us. Okay, this is your right, and I motivate you to exercise this right. Okay, this is what you should do. You should exercise all your right, be it the right to comment here or right to vote in the election. You must do this. Okay, and so I hope that you will subscribe the channel, like the work, share and comment on it, right? And on this note, I take a leave from you. Okay, bye bye. Cut. So friends, I really hope that you like this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe our channel and share this video with your friend. Follow us on Telegram as well. Also, keep studying hard, keep following your dreams, and keep tuned to our channel. Comment below for any suggestion. Till then, goodbye, good luck, keep studying hard.